Welcome to the Morning Mindset Podcast with me, Craig Skelton. Every day we kick off your morning with positivity, actionable insights, and the motivation you need to conquer the day ahead. Whether you're looking to develop a positive mindset, a habit of persistence, or just start your day on the right foot, this podcast is a daily dose of inspiration and practical advice. So today I'm talking about the importance of reviewing halfway through the year, end of quarter two, halfway through the year. And I think this is like a perfect time to really take stock of where you're at as an individual, where your business is at. And then this, when you're taking stock, it's then enable you to make adjustments for the second half of the year. It's like half time using the sports analogy. So at half time, it gives you that chance to regroup, reassess, and then refine your strategy for the second half. And when you're looking at reviewing halfway through the year, it's not just about numbers. Yes, numbers are important, but it's also looking at your processes, looking at customer feedback and things like that, looking at your marketing and your marketing plan, looking at your goals, look at the objectives for the year, looking at growth opportunities. So we are going to look at each one individual. So first of all, we'll look at numbers, and numbers are important, obviously, from a business point of view. Reviewing your numbers halfway through the year is important. It gives you an understanding of where your business is at, looking at how your business compares to the budget, compares to forecasts, and you're actually halfway through the year, so you've got a good inclination of how things are going. And so it's like a time to look at, are you on track to achieve your financial goals? Have you identified any trends with regards to numbers? And then when you're looking at trends, are there a set areas that have underperformed? And what can you adjust in the second half year to make sure that it performs for the second half of the next 6 months? Understanding these trends allows you to make informed decisions for you and your business for the next 6 months. So you looked at numbers, you also need to look at your processes. So are your processes working for you? And being very honest with your processes, and maybe you need to make tweaks on that, looking at sort of any inefficiencies and things where you are struggling to follow the process. This gives you time again to review those processes and make changes for the next 6 months. Also, as well, looking at customer feedback. I think feedback from clients is such an important thing to look at halfway through the year, because when you look at reviews, customer reviews are invaluable. They're invaluable feedback to you and your business. So taking the time to look at the reviews, taking stock of those reviews, getting feedback from those reviews. And also as well, it's a good point to look at halfway through the year, that are you obtaining the number of reviews that you wanted to obtain? Are you looking at conversion numbers in terms of a 4 out of your 5 customers leaving you a review on whatever platform you're using? And if they are, then great. And if that's the benchmark you've set yourself, if it's not, then look, what can you look to do to tweak the process to making sure that you're having a greater success with customers responding to your request for reviews? There's a lot of help and support and technology out there that will help you to improve those numbers. Customer reviews are important, so using that time halfway through the year to look at reviews, taking stock of those is great feedback. And yeah, you need to be looking at reviews. Also as well, when you look at reviews, moving on to then marketing, have you got the brand awareness that you wanted halfway through the year? Are you on track to achieve that goal? Looking at your content, are you creating content as you wanted to do, day in, day out, month in, month out, week in, week out, whatever that looks like for you? Are your content strategies working for you? And it might be time to look at that, and you might have gone down one route and thought, actually, this is not working for us. Let's look at content in another route. So it's a good time to pivot as well for with your content halfway through the year. So it might be like looking at experimenting with new tactics or new channels, new technology as well at this point. Also refining your key messages, refining your key sort of points and your target audience will help with regards to your content halfway through the year. So again, it's a good time to evaluate what you're doing with your marketing and with your content. And then following on from that, it's then looking at your clear goals and clear objectives for the year, reviewing the strategic goals that you set at the start of the year. It's important halfway through the year because they are now reality. You are working through those goals. So when you set out these goals and objectives at the start of the year, you were sort of setting out your plan, setting out what you wanted to achieve. Use this time now to making sure that you're reviewing it, and are you on track? And if you're not on track, then analyze why you're not where you're at, and having a honest review of yourself when you look at that. Were your goals realistic? And then are they still aligned with your original vision of what you want to do? Because businesses change, businesses grow, businesses develop over 6 months. So you might find that your goals and your objectives at the start of the year be very different now. So that's okay. Just look at then bringing you sort of the next 6 months, aligning with what you wanted to achieve. And also as well, moving on from that again, is then looking at growth. As I've always said, growth is very individual. Are you looking for growth opportunities? Could you expand into new markets, new demographics? Are there third party agreements and partnerships out there that could really benefit you and your business and their business as well? So you could take stock and look at that. For part of your plan for the next 6 months is looking at the growth as well, because this is a long-term business that you're looking to build and develop. So as I said, growth is always about what growth looks like to you, and that's important. So yeah, so that's the podcast for today. About halfway through the year, it's about reviewing, it's about assessing where you are at as an individual and where your business is at. It's a good time to check in with yourself and take stock of where you're at, make sure you're on the right path as a business. And so now it's time to reflect, review on the past 6 months, the first 6 months of the year, look at where you're at, look at what you're achieving, look at what you're not achieving, making those adjustments to your plan, making adjustments to your goals, and then keeping yourself on track for the second half of the year. It's important to do that now, halfway through, making sure you're on the right path and making those adjustments to your business, to your goals, to your processes, to make sure you achieve what you want to achieve for the second half of the year. Get your data together, analyze your performance, analyze you and your business, and then develop a clear action plan for the second half of the year. It's not just about identifying issues, it's about solutions for those issues for the second half of the year and how you can drive your business forward. And just one final thing is, it's always good when you're looking at reviewing and reflecting, it's always good to take yourself out of your normal day environment. So whether that's whichever desk you sit behind, or whichever bedroom you're in, or whichever room you're like, wherever you're working day to day, take yourself away from there, get some peace, get some tranquility, and review your business. It will give you a greater chance of having clarity of what you've done for the first half of the year, and then plan for the second half of the year. So yeah, that's today's podcast, the importance of reviewing halfway through the year. If you like this podcast, please don't forget to subscribe, like it, share it. And if you are getting something out of it, then other people will as well. Have an amazing day. And as always, stay positive, stay focused, stay motivated, and run your own race.